Good evening. Welcome to Week 10 of the high school football game of the week. Can you believe it's here, the final regular season game? Boy, the football season goes fast. And we've enjoyed bringing you the high school football game of the week, and we're considering bringing you a basketball game of the week. But to do that, we need to hear from you. If you're a business and would like to be a sponsor, you can contact us. But we also need to hear from the folks out there if they want to have a high school basketball game of the week. You can write us at North Georgia Productions, care of Hall County Sports, P.O. Box 5866, Gainesville, Georgia 30504, or call us at 770-532-6058. Email's always good as well, northgeorgiaproductions@charter.net. North Georgia Productions is spelled out. If you abbreviate it, we won't get it. But we're in Week 10 of high school football. Let's head out to the Brickyard, where the North Hall Trojans are trying to go undefeated for the first time in school history as they host White County. Here's Ron Poole, Mike Wofford, and Gina Gailey.
Hi, once again, everyone. I'm Mike Wofford, along with Ron Poole from the Brickyard at North Hall's Trojan Field, where tonight we're bringing you a historic night. North Hall looking for an unprecedented, undefeated season. They have already clinched their first ever region championship. It took 48 seasons, but the Trojans finally have done it. And Ron, I'll tell you what, the Boston Red Sox fans thought they were long-suffering. The North Hall Trojans fans, they've been long-suffering coming to this game, buddy.
Yeah, just not quite as long. It just seems as long.
Yes, it does.
It's we're on 3 generations of North Hall people, and they've never gotten to this point before. This is a historic event. Of course, North Hall would be favored tonight to complete the undefeated season. And this is just an incredible feat by this group. This group of seniors has been the most successful athletically in the history of North Hall High School.
And to think about how far they have come from 2001 when Bob Christmas first came here, they were 1-9. Won the last game of the season, breaking the 25-game losing streak, then going 8-2, 9-1, and this year looking for the 10th win of the season. But here you got one of their arch rivals, White County, which is closer geographically to North Hall than Johnson High is, and that's a big rivalry.
Oh yes, and they played each other just about every year for several years running now, and it's always been a good gate game, as we call it, where it draws a good crowd. And tonight's no exception. There's a lot of people here. The White County folks are coming down. They would love nothing more than to upset the apple cart here for North Hall and spoil their perfect season. That would give them, they're out of the playoffs, that would give them some measure of a good taste in their mouth to carry into next season.
Definitely, because if White County wins, they'll be 500 on the season, going from 1-9 last year. But North Hall looking for the undefeated season. Let's go down to the sidelines with Gina Gailey. She talks to Bob Christmas, the head football coach of the North Hall Trojans. Gina?
We're here at North Hall for the final game of the season, North Hall versus White County. And Coach, I know tonight is the final game of the season. Winning or losing doesn't affect your standings, but it is going to make a stand in history, being the first time North Hall is undefeated.
Well, no question about it. 4 years ago, when these seniors were 9th graders, we were 0-9 going in the last game, and we stopped that losing streak. And since that time, we won 8 games year before last, 9 last season, and they have an opportunity for a perfect season this year. This senior group is a special group to us, and we just need to finish this regular season out right.
I know as a coach, this is a special time for you. How do you feel about how much you have accomplished this year?
Well, I haven't thought about it too much. Sometimes I wake up in the morning thinking about it, though, and just how proud I am of our kids, And, we've gotten where we are through a lot of hard work, and our kids have been willing to do whatever we ask them to do, and they've done it for 4 years, and now these seniors have an opportunity to reap the fruit of all that hard work with a perfect season, and we're excited about it.
As far as strategies go, any changes for tonight?
No, there's really not. We're who we are, and we're just going to run our stuff and try to execute it well and try to play with a lot of energy and just do what we've been doing.
All right, well, good luck, Coach. We look forward to it.
Okay, Jenna, thank you.
Thank you. Back up to you, Mike and Ron.
My name is Jeff Higgins. I work for Coca-Cola, and stay tuned for high school football.
I hadn't seen him in a while. I wasn't sure if he'd recognize me. So I jogged his memory. Again and again.
At the end of the career, I think right there, girls start punking you.
Maybe you could get a number or something.
Yeah, at least get a date on me or something.
I still don't know if he knows my name, but I'm pretty sure I left an impression.
On TV, you see the captains out in the center of the field and the seniors representing North Hall. Ron, you got the names for us?
Okay, Tyler Smiley, Devin Hollander, Bradley Bernard, and Brandon Morrow for North Hall. For White County, you got Travis McClellan, Nick Winters, and the other captain is Jeremy Palmer. They have 3. North Hall has 4. And North Hall will receive, move right to left. White County will be kicking, moving left to right. So that's how we'll start it off in game number 10 for both teams.
And here are the starting lineups for today's ball game. Ron has the visiting White County Warriors. Ron?
Okay, the offensive starting lineup. The center is Kyle McDonald. The guards are Andy Newton and Ryan London. The tackles are Jeremy Palmer, Benson Cantrell. The tight end is Mark Garst. The split end is Nick Winters. The quarterback, Ryan Locklear, we've heard a lot about him coming into tonight. The running backs are Preston Johnson and Bryant Johnson. And the wide receiver is Rashad Norman.
And you hear the crowd for the North Hall Trojans. Here they go on the line of scrimmage from left to right. You have Jay Farrow, the left tackle. Jason Kugler is your left guard. The man in the middle, the center for the Trojans, is Wade Fickey. The right guard is Andrew Zimmerman. The right tackle is Michael Spell. The tight end for the Trojans is Derek Rich. The split end is Tyler Rogers. And the backfield for both Bob Christmas' team, Brandon Garcia, who's had an outstanding junior season. And then you have the wingback, Bo Whitmire. The fullback is Chris Wilsden. And rounding up the lineup for the Trojans, the halfback is TJ Pitts. And you can feel the excitement of this game already, Ron. And the big question is, what kind of field position will North Hall get first? In the last 2 ball games, they've scored very quickly with TJ Pitts.
Yeah, first snap. That's very quick. You can't do it any quicker unless you run the kickoff back.
And Mark Wilson, well, one thing has already occurred. He said the way to win this ball game is to keep the ball out of North Hall's hands, but here the Trojans get it first.
Well, you knew they were going to get it sometime.
Glad you're with us this week on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week. Thanks for being with us all season long. It's been fun. And stepping in to describe the play-by-play of the final regular season game of 2004, here's Ron Poole.
Wes Wooten is the kicker. He does all the kicking for the White County Warriors, and he's lining it up to kick off right now. Back deep, Bo Whitmire, TJ Pitts, and also back there is Samuel Fisharbor. Let's see, they break out. Pitts and Fisharbor go to the flanks. Whitmire's the deepest man, standing at about the extra point line. Now he moves up a little bit. Wooten kicks it. It's a short kickoff coming down to Fisharbor at the 5. He's out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, out over the 30-yard line before he's pulled down at the 31. Number 59 is Justin McDougal making that tackle. So the Trojans line it up just inside their own 31-yard line where they spot it.
And we'll watch the defensive front and even the linebackers for White County. And you know, TJ Pitts, he's the marked man.
Well, they've got the usual wing setup. Garcia calling signals, and he fakes it and gives it to Whitmire on the inside, and he's going to get it out to about the 34-yard line. Good defensive play by number 6. That's Preston Johnson. He's the cornerback on the far side.
So Bob Christmas changing things up a little bit instead of TJ getting the ball first.
In fact, if TJ got it, he went down for a loss. 3 people went after him. And I think they sensed that. Garcia going to take it, give it to Pitts this time over the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45, pulled down at the 40-yard line. Number 8 making that stop. Had to get a touchdown saving stop is Trevor Elrod. Well, that's a big pickup, about
26 yards,
yeah, I was going to say it was better than 20. From the 34 to the 40.
That's 26, any way you look at it.
Yep, 26 exactly.
And 26, that's the number of carries he's gotten in the last few games, total.
Well, they've been lopsided games, over 50 points. And they give it again this time on that in reverse, and that's Whitmire, and he's going for about a yard. He's pulled down there by Trevor Elrod and Preston Johnson. Only a yard pickup, make it 2nd and 9.
And that's one thing I'm curious about seeing, Ron, is what kind of 2nd down, 3rd down plays North Hall will have.
Well, Pitts comes out on this play, and they give it to number 26, and he's going down in the backfield. Number 26
that's Green,
is Trevor Green. I'm not used to seeing him this early, but maybe equipment problem or something with TJ. He loses a yard back to the 40. It'd be 3rd and 10.
3rd down long, about 3rd down 11 for the Trojans.
Yeah, they put the ball just outside the 40. It's a short 11. It's about 10 yards and a foot.
Garcia in a passing situation. You may see that end around with Bo Whitmire.
Green is still in there. They fake it, and he throws it, and it's complete to Whitmire, and he's close to the 1st down at the 30. Depends on the spot. Pushed out there by Rashad Norman.
Well, if it's short, the Trojans will go for it.
Mike, we got a flag over there in the middle of the field, an ineligible man downfield for the Trojans.
Ooh,
so that'll come back. So regardless of whether he made it or not, you take that when it's 5 yards, and you still get 3rd down back to the 45-yard line. The flag was down way past where you would normally expect a lineman. That flag was down inside the 35.
And see, Ron, it amazes me with the speed of North Hall that a lineman can get downfield that quickly, because Garcia took the 3-step drop back and boom over the bow.
Sometimes when you have that, you've had a formation problem where you had too many guys on the line of scrimmage on the wideouts, and you've actually covered your tight end, and your tight end goes out, and if he's covered on the line of scrimmage, he's considered a lineman. I've seen that happen before. That could have been what happened.
3rd down, 16 to go.
And Garcia back. He throws a little screen out there to Wilsden. Wilson's in trouble. He gets to the 45, makes a cut to the 35, down to the 34-yard line. He's tackled down there by number 5. That's Mason Suava. And a pickup of about 11 yards, but it's still short. Going to be 4th and 4, and they're going to go for it. I wouldn't expect them to do anything else at this point.
Well, the first pass completion for Garcia. It goes 11 yards.
And it was a safety valve out to Chris Wilsden. Pitts and Wilsden are in there behind Garcia. They send Whitmire in motion, and a timeout's going to be taken. He may have been trying to draw him off. So it's 8:51 to go in the quarter. We've got a timeout, no score.
North Hall nothing, White County but nothing. Back with more action from the Brickyard at North Hall on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
What do all these new homeowners have in common? They all live in new homes built exactly the way they want them. Each enjoys a carefully thought out floor plan that was modified just for them and individually personalized to their unique needs and lifestyles. America's Home Place builds on your land or land you select. You choose the lot, the floor plan, and the colors, and we'll make whatever changes you'd like. For the home you want, where you want it, call America's Home Place at 1-800-NEW-HOUSE and ask for our free floor plan book.
The sports medicine specialists at Specialty Clinics of Georgia have been caring for local athletes for over 22 years. Each member of our team is fellowship trained in sports medicine or has sports medicine experience. Our sports injury clinic is open Saturdays from 9 until 10 a.m. during the football season. No appointment is necessary. For any serious injuries on Friday night, our emergency team is on hand. We're available for adults, students, and weekend warriors. Specialty Clinics of Georgia, helping injured athletes get back into the game.
The Hall County Sports Game of the Week, brought to you by Coca-Cola, it's your game. Jackson EMC. Allstate Insurance, you're in good hands with Allstate. Milton Martin Honda, a better deal on a better car? You got that right. Gainesville Paint and Decorating. Gold Kissed, makers of McEver Hot Dogs, a North Georgia tradition for over 70 years. Specialty Clinics of Georgia, it's all about caring. Marjack Poultry. Gainesville Care Center, changing lives, saving lives. Satterfield Sporting Goods. By Jackie Jones Ford. Whitmire Homes and The Home Plate.
Early decision time for the Trojans, Ron.
Well, I think they were trying to draw him off, or they didn't like the play, and the coaches called a timeout. Here's Garcia. He's back. He's being rushed. He fires it downfield. He's got a man. That's Derek Rich inside the 15 down to the, or inside the 20 down to the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. That's your go-to guy in pressure situation. Trevor Elrod made the stop for White County. But Derek Rich has been the go-to guy all year long in big play situations.
Make it a 19-yard pickup.
And that's a big target. I don't know how tall he is, but he's a big target.
Let's call it 18 according to the board.
Handoff to Pitts. Pitts inside the 15, but no more than that. Good tackle there by the linebacker. That's James Jews. It's Joos.
They're calling it Joe's on the other end.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that's how you say it. In fact, they mark it down shy of the 15, so he didn't get to the 15. So it'll be second down and 9.5. Wilsden and Pitts behind Garcia. Garcia takes that snap, fakes it to Pitts. He's going to roll out to the right, throws in the corner. He's got a man out there. Joe Gardner, touchdown. Wide open.
It goes 16 yards for the TD pass. And once again, the Trojans on their opening possession. They drive it downfield 69 yards and score. And it's 6-0 Trojans.
7:51 to go in the quarter. And they again score on that first drive. And they've been doing that, I guess, except for the Gainesville game, they've done it all year. Or at least the games we've done.
4:09 off the clock, 69 yards, unofficially 8 plays. We'll double check it in a moment.
Danny Mistars to try the PAT. It's set down. The kick is up high, and the kick is good. And it's 7-0 North Hall, 7:51 to go in the quarter.
The Trojans are on top. We'll see what happens with White County against the football as we return to the Brickyard on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Everyone at Gainesville Paint and Decorating Center is proud to invite you to Lanier Paint, our new store location, 1868 Thompson Bridge Road, next to Wedgie's Pizza. We've restocked the entire store and have some great bargains, including our finest Pittsburgh and Benjamin Moore paints. We have a wide selection of colors and finishes in both brands. Stop by Gainesville Paint and Decorating Center, 528 Bradford Street, and our newest location, Lanier Paint, 1868 Thompson Bridge Road.
Friday nights in North Georgia mean high school football. Fans gathering before the game for tailgate parties, after the game celebrating with victory parties. And that party wouldn't be complete without McEver Hot Dogs. McEver Hot Dogs cook up great, no matter how you cook them, on the stove or in the grill, even in the microwave. Always plump and juicy. McEver Hot Dogs are available at your favorite grocer today, so stop by and pick up a pack or two. McEver Hot Dogs, a North Georgia tradition for over 70 years.
Well, it looked easy in a way, Ron, but I tell you what, White County did some good job on defense a couple of key times in that drive.
Well, they held them down and, of course, forced them to make a fourth down play, but they couldn't cover Derek Rich. They just didn't have the size to cover him, and he's got soft hands for a big guy. He's made some key catches all year long. Stars to kick off. He kicks it off high, but not real deep. It's going to come down to number 6 at the 10, and he's going to get it outside almost to the 30. Fumble the football. North Hall might have it. North Hall, yes, North Hall has got that football. Number 34 covering that football for the Trojans is Ethan Townsend. Preston Johnson, the running back, was on that return, and North Hall has it inside the 30.
There's what I told you before, all aspects of the ball game. The triple play, in effect, offense, defense, and special teams. There's one stat I'd love to get a hold of, Ron, is the turnover ratio for the Trojans this season. It's been all their way.
Well, Richard Oates gave us some stats, and I'll check when we get a chance and see if that one's on there. He's got about everything else on there if he don't have it. And they give it to Pitts. He's going to cut it inside 25, 20, cuts it back inside the 15 down to about the 12-yard line. Number 6, Preston Johnson, made that tackle. He's the guy that fumbled the kickoff, and he made that tackle there. They're going to spot the ball at the 13-yard line. That's where they mark it, 15-yard pickup.
So TJ, still, his yards per possession on carries is just unbelievable.
Yeah, he's
his average.
He's closing in on 1,500 yards this year. Handoff to Whitmire on that end around. He's at the 10, the 5. He's got the corner, touchdown.
Bo Whitmire with a 13-yard run, and just like that, the Trojans are up by 2 scores.
It's 13.
Oh, take it, a flag on the play, Ron.
Okay, flag. Oh, it's way back in the backfield, out near the 18-yard line. So if that's a hold, it's coming deep. And it was way behind the play.
But from the last score, only 39 seconds off the clock.
Okay, they're saying illegal motion against North Hall. I thought maybe that one of the backs might have moved too soon in my peripheral vision.
So take that score off the board. That'll mark it back 5 yards to the 18.
So it'll be 1st and 15 back to the 18-yard line. 7:12 to go in the quarter.
Mark Wilson said, and I believe it, Ron, the Trojans can score anywhere on the field.
Well, here's Chris Wilson. He's going to score from 18 yards out, right up the middle, untouched.
You saw the trap block on TV, and Wilson just romps into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, nobody laid a finger on him. That makes it 13-0. So if you don't do it one time, just come back and do it from 5 yards further out. 7:06 to go in the quarter, and it's 13-0. Danny Mistar's on to try to make it 14-0. Lines are set after the gate closes. Snap is back, kick is up, and looks all right, and it's good, and it's 14-0. 7:06 to go in the quarter.
So that one took basically 45 seconds off the clock by the time Mistars put you through the uprights for the score. North Hall 14, White County nothing. Macklemore on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Jackson EMC is offering energy developed from renewable sources, such as landfills. It's called green power. Signing up for a 150 kilowatt-hour block produces the same benefit to the environment as planting nearly 3 acres of trees, or saving 960 pounds of aluminum, or not driving for 4 months, or recycling 465 pounds of newspaper a year. Make a difference. Sign up for Green Power today.
Hi folks, I'm Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, where you get a better deal on a better car, and here's proof. According to American Honda's own report, our prices here at Milton Martin Honda are from $200 to $1,000 lower than the district average. Our customers rated their sales satisfaction well above the Atlanta district, the Southeast zone, and even the nation. Now let's see, above average buying experience, below average price. In other words, you can get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville. You got that right.
Mistars kicks it high and short, and it's loose, and North Hall might have it again. North Hall got it again. He kicked it in no man's land, recovered by Tyler Rogers at the 37. White County's yet to run an offensive play. I don't know if he did that on purpose or he just got under it. He kicked it a mile in the air, and it came down in no man's land, and White County ran up, tried to get it. It hit a White County player, rolled forward, and Tyler Rogers covered the ball at the 38. Well, they mark it at the 37. So, man, everything's going right for the Trojans. It's been that kind of year.
They might as well go for the quick hit right here, Ron.
Garcia fakes it. He's going for the deep ball. He tucks it back in, throws it short to Rich inside the 30 to the 23-yard line. He's forced out of bounds there by number 34 for White County. And number 34 is, we'll get his name here in a second, Brant Johnson, the running back. He's not listed as one of the defensive starters, so they've gone in to some of their better athletes to try to play some defense.
And so far, Garcia is perfect on the night.
I see that. Is that 2 for 2 or 3 for 3?
I think 3 for 3.
Yeah, he got the one touchdown pass.
Yep.
Whitmire goes in motion, and one of the linemen moved too soon. That'll go against North Hall.
It's been Rich, Rogers, and Rich.
Yeah, Rich had that big fourth down completion. And actually, Joe Gardner caught the touchdown pass. And a false start against the Trojans moves it back out to the 28-yard line where it'll be 1st and 15. That was about a 14-yard pickup on the completion to Rich. And again, he's got some soft hands. And that's what you look for in a tight end. A guy can block and he's got soft hands. And again, that same play going to the other side, and again a lineman pulled up too soon.
That's the one thing North Hall will have to work on going into the state playoffs next week. These type of mistakes.
And it was the opposite end of the line this time, so it'll be 1st and 20 back out to the 33-yard line. But North Hall's been able to overcome these kind of mistakes, or at least penalties, all year long. Garcia with Wilsden and Pitts, and they send Whitmire in motion again, and they fake it, and then they give it to Pitts. He's inside the 30, stiff arms a man, inside the 20, and they pull him down around the 17-yard line.
He got almost all of it on that one play. About 16-yard pickup for TJ.
Trevor Elrod and James Joes were the tacklers. Also, Justin McDougal was in the area, but Elrod made the first hit. Ball's on the 16-yard line. It'll be 2nd down now and 3. So he got 17 of it.
He already has over 50 yards in the first quarter.
They give it to Wilsden again. He goes inside the 15 down to about the 12. He's close to a 1st down. McDougal made the first hit. Joe's also was there. And they're going to look at it and see. They may have to measure this one. It's going to be that close, and they are going to call a timeout for a measurement.
It's been a perfect season, Ron. I tell you what, North Hall has run that trap block to perfection. No one does it any better than the Trojans.
They've got that one down. That's one play they have down to an exact science. They bring the sticks in. You can see it there on TV, and we're at our angle. I just can't tell. And I think he's short from where they're stretching that chain out. And I mean, it's microscopic. It'll be 2nd down about 4.5 inches, or 3rd down, 4.5 inches.
So either Garcia up the middle.
No, they say he got the 1st down. Whoa. I thought it was short. He got down there and he held the chain, so they say he got it. Ball's right on the 13.
So that changes the play call, Ron.
I thought he was signaling short. There's a fake, and now they give it the end around, and that's Devin Hollander in there. He's inside the 10, inside the 5. There's a flag down. Behind him, 2 flags down. But one of those I know is a hold. Number 32 making that tackle was James Joes, but one of those I know is a hold, and they both may be. There's a flag down at the 9 and another one down at the 6.
That's what, 4 penalties in the first quarter already. 2
That's
holds.
3 on this drive.
Yeah, they've had a couple motion penalties.
That'll bring the ball back out to the 19-yard line. The one at the 9 is definitely the one you take, the one that's the deepest. So it'll be first down now and long yardage. And the fake, Garcia throws it to Pitts, and Pitts is going to be corralled there by about a 3 or 4 yard pickup. Number 6 making that play is Preston Johnson.
He's been a workhorse in the first quarter for Mark Wilson's team.
Yeah, he's the cornerback responsible for covering those guys. Pick up 5 yards. They put it down at the 14-yard line. So a 5-yard pickup on a screen pass. And I think that was probably the 3rd or 4th option. They had Rich covered, I think, and that was I believe that was his first choice, or maybe Whitmire going a little deeper. And TJ was just the safety valve out to the right in the flat. There's a fake to Pitts. Garcia throws it in the end zone. He's got a man out there. Touchdown, Bo Whitmire.
So everybody getting in the act so far.
5:02 to go, and it's 20-0.
And White County still offensively has not touched the football in almost 7 minutes, and they're trailed by 3 touchdowns. A 14-yard touchdown from Brandon Garcia to Bo Whitmire.
They're having the first 5 minutes of this game like Georgia Tech had Thursday night against Virginia Tech in the last 5 minutes.
So Danny Mistars will come in after the swinging gate to attempt the PAT.
And their lines are set. The snap is back and the flag is down. The kick goes through, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see what we have here. The head linesman on the far side is the one that threw the flag. Now they're consulting with another official, and North Hall was guilty of a false start, and they'll try it 5 yards further back.
And Ron, except for these penalties, Bob Christmas has got this team ready.
Well, penalties next week are going to be killers.
Oh, yeah.
All of them. And coaches always find something wrong with their team, no matter how good they play. Mistars tries it from 25. He puts it long and far, and it's good. 5:02 to go in the quarter. It's North Hall 21 and White County nothing.
It is all North Hall. Back with more from the Brickyard on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Marjack is proud to help sponsor this program and to provide support for the schools and athletes of Hall County. Marjack is committed to producing a product that is wholesome, valuable, and of the highest quality. We're also committed to producing that product with a sincere love for people, those we work with and those we serve.
There is a new tradition in home building, a new focus, a new way of thinking about how today's custom homes are designed and built. Whitmire Homes offers the most complete and hassle-free design and building process in the industry. Their customers are guided from the beginning and are given a guaranteed to-the-penny contract price based on their needs and wants. Tim and Paige Whitmire know that a solid foundation is essential to building homes and athletes. Tim and Paige are Hall County natives and are proud to support this program and all of Hall County's athletes as they build solid foundations for the future. Whitmire Homes, hands-on builders since 1978. www.whitmirehomes.com at 770-534-8342. Now the question for the White County special teams, can they hold on to the football? After 2 fumbles, North Hall converts on those fumbles for touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a little lecture about that. Mistars to kick it again. Let's see if he kicks it short again. No, he kicks it long this time, real long, all the way back inside the 5, taken by number 7, and he's going to get it out, and he hangs on the football out to the 25-yard line.
That's Nick Winters.
Nick Winters, one of the running backs with the return. Fish Harbor made the tackle for the Trojans. Ball's going to be spotted across the 25. We'll call it the 26-yard line. And finally, White County, after better than 7 minutes in the quarter off the clock, much more than that off the clock on the wall, will finally run an offensive play. And they're in the shotgun. Locklear already in the shotgun. They're 3 touchdowns down, and they give it straight up the middle. Number 22 gets out over the 25 to the 27-yard line. Tyrone Bishop is the ball carrier. Bradley Bernard made the tackle.
And Ron, he's a North Hall boy. His dad went to North Hall back in the mid-'70s. Goes to church here in North Hall. And that's the type of connection you have with this rivalry.
Yeah, they intermarry across county lines. Again, Locklear in the shotgun. He's back to throw. He throws it over here, and he's got Rashad Norman, and he's got a first down all the way out to the 46-yard line.
So that's good for them. They get the first down. Devin Hunter gets the tackle for the Trojans. They can move the ball in the field. Locklear transferred from Habersham Central a couple of years ago, and he's really turned things around.
Yeah, and he's got another year left. They say he's got a cannon arm.
Yes, he does.
His performance has been spotty at times, and we have a whistle blown across the field. Let's see what we got. And a timeout called by White County with 3:46 to go in the quarter.
We'll keep it right here, recapping the first quarter already from the Brickyard. North Hall took the opening possession, took it 69 yards downfield, a 16-yard TD pass from Brandon Garcia over to Tyler Rogers for the touchdown. Then North Hall kicked off. White County fumble. The Trojans get it. They move it downfield. Score on Chris Wilsden run. They kick it again. White County fumbles again. North Hall takes it downfield. Bo Whitmire scores. And the Trojans lead by a score of 21-0.
Actually, Mike, I think it was Joe Gardner who caught the first touchdown
pass.
Was it?
Okay.
Yeah,
Joe Gardner is too.
And Rogers recovered the fumble on the kickoff.
Okay. I thought we called Towers. But anyway, yeah, go Joe Gardner then. Give him the touchdown pass. 3:46 to go in the first quarter.
White County's up to the line, their own 46-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. Locklear in the shotgun. I think this was their game plan all along. And he gives it to Johnson on the left side, and he's going to get only about a yard or so. Tyler Smiley and Brandon Bernard and Morrow all there on the tackle.
Now, it's obvious, Ron, everyone knows that if there's one weak point in North Hall's entire scheme of things, is in the defense going vertical with them. A good passing football team gives North Hall problems.
The problem has been the pass rush has been so good for North Hall this year. Teams just haven't had a chance to do that. Locklear, and there's a flag down. I think somebody for North Hall may have gotten in the neutral zone. I didn't see anybody in White County move, but they could have.
White County has yet to commit a penalty in North Hall. I think that's number 7 in the game.
And officials are talking to each other, and they're it's against North Hall. That's what I thought. North Hall players were pointing at White County, but sometimes they do that to try to deke the officials.
Oh, exactly. Use any trick you can.
I won't say that I've ever done that, but
you thought about it.
I wasn't up on the line of scrimmage. If I saw a flag go and like that, I'd always point to the other guy. Yeah, he did it. Locklear shotgun formation. He's back to throw. He's looking, fires it right down the middle, and he's got a receiver there. Tyler Rogers on the tackle. I think that is Winters. He was wrapped up so quickly. Yeah, that was Winters. Rogers had him wrapped up so quickly I couldn't see his number.
That's one good thing, because you would hate to see anybody catch the football and then get a lot of yardage after the pass completion.
Yeah, those yaks, yards after catch.
Yep.
42-yard line of North Hall, 1st and 10. That was enough. They didn't have to go far. And they fake it. Locklear going to take it and run it himself inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. Brandon Morrow made that tackle. Jordan Stevens there finishing him off. Ball's at the 32-yard line. Inside the 32, it'll be first down. He got 10.5. So White County is now moving the ball. And they've done that at times this year real well. And then at times they could They have turned it over a lot this year.
Well, remember, the only thing that kept them out of the playoffs was missed extra points against Johnson.
And here's a handoff to Bishop, going to try the right side, and he's hit hard inside the 30. Bradley Bernard was the first guy there. Also, Tyler Smiley's on the bottom of that pile.
And that's one thing, too, Ron, just the solidarity of the North Hall defense, especially those linebackers. You keep calling those names over and over again. Bernard, Morrow, Smiley.
Those linebackers are very active, and they're part of the reason the pass defense has been able to hold up as well as they have. They blitz the quarterback all the time. Locklear going to give it to Johnson this time. He's inside the 25, the 20. He breaks it free, and he's pulled down hard at the 15-yard line from behind. That's Bradley Bernard on the tackle. And he grabbed him and just pulled him down from behind, just hard on the ground. He was about to break free. And he actually drugged Bernard a little bit. But that'll be good enough for another first down. So 1st and 10. So when White County finally got their hands on the football, they've moved it.
They've driven it from their own 25.
They're now in the North Hall 15. Locklear, shotgun formation. He's back, he's looking. He throws it to the corner, and a touchdown, number 8 on that reception. That number 8 is Trevor Elrod, who normally plays defense. He's not on the offensive starting lineup, but he was in there as a wide receiver. And just like that, White County has dented the scoreboard. It's 21-6.
They drove it 75 yards in just over 4 minutes.
56 seconds to go in the quarter. In there to attempt the PAT is Wooten, and he kicks it up high, and the kick is good. So with 56 seconds to go in the quarter, it's North Hall 21, White County 7.
We got a great one for you this week of the Hall County Sports Game of the Week. Back with more action after this.
Somebody once said, everyone will get 15 minutes of fame. Some insurance companies seem to think that that's all you need. But at Allstate, they think 15 minutes may not be enough. That's why they'll take as much time as you need so you can make sure your insurance coverage is right. You deserve more time in the spotlight.
Are you pregnant? Do you know someone who is? Gainesville Care Center can empower you to make an informed choice. You have the right to look at all your options. You have the freedom to choose. Independence, choices, freedom, power.
Hello, I'm Ann Gainey, Director of Gainesville Care Center. You know, when you make a decision, you have to realize it's going to affect a lot of other people besides you. And I'm sure you want to make a good decision, one you can live with for a lifetime. And you know what? We're here to help you do just that.
Conveniently located in downtown Gainesville, our 24-hour helpline is 770-535-1245, or visit our website at gainesvillecare.org. Gainesville Care Center, changing lives, saving lives, one breath at a time.
Everybody's scoring on their opening possession. It took White County a while, but they did good to run on that first possession. Now let's see what North Hall can do coming back.
Wooten to kick it off. He's going to dribble it, and let's see. Oh, it's loose. Let's see who's got it. I think North Hall covered it. Tyler Smiley had it go right between his hands, and let's see who covered that ball. Zach Probst got it. Zach Probst, they had the good hands people up front. They had all low numbers on the front, so they were expecting this.
So North Hall with excellent field position.
Well, they've had it 3 times and scored 3 touchdowns, so I can see now why Coach Wilson said if he can just keep them off the field, he's got a chance. The thing is, they were on the field most of the first quarter. We got 50 seconds still to go in the quarter. The ball is on the 45.5 on the North Hall side of the field. Garcia calling signals. And again, a lineman moved. And that'll go another penalty against North Hall. They're starting to rack up some penalty yardage.
And we'll check it at the end of the quarter. I've got unofficial at 8 so far.
Coach Christmas walked out there, asked the official on this end who the guilty party was. I got a feeling that he's probably going to get a lecture. Again, those, as our coach used to call those non-action penalties. And you would get in way more trouble for those than you would.
You got to play under composure and not get too excited.
Wilsden and Pitts behind Garcia. Ball back to the 40 and a half, and they give it to Pitts. He's over to the 40, the 45, the 50. A good tackle at the 48 of White County. That's Winters. Boy, I tell you, I mean, he hit that shoulder right into the legs and just knocked his feet out from under him. That's a textbook tackle.
And you'll see that again on television. That was nice.
It's going to be second down and about, put it at the 47 of White County. So he picked up 13 yards. So he's only got 2 more to go. Second down, a little over 2. About 2.5. Wilsden and Pitts behind Garcia. Garcia calling signals. Sends Whitmire in motion. And he gives it to Whitmire on that reverse. And he gets inside the 45 down the 42-yard line. Should have a first down. Shoved out there by number 6. That's Preston Johnson.
Only 0.3 of a second.
That's not much. The play went out of bounds, so it will not start till the ball is snapped. So this will be the last play of the quarter, no matter what. Double wings to the left side, and they give it to Pitts. There goes the horn. He's inside the 40 to the 35 to the 33-yard line. Pulled down there by number 59. That's McDougal, and also number 5 is there. That's Suava, the cornerback. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's North Hall 21, White County 7.
And back to the second quarter from North Hall as you're tuned to the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Right now at Jackie Jones Ford in Cleveland, you can buy a truck for just $1. So look under your sofa cushions, go through your pants pockets, look between the seats in your old truck, because it's Jackie Jones' huge $1 truck sales event. It just takes $1 down to buy any brand new Ford truck or SUV in stock. Just $1 gets you a new F-150, Explorer, Excursion, or any great Ford truck. But hurry, this sale ends October 31st. You've entered the Jones Zone.
Second quarter action on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week. North Hall on top 21-7, unofficially run. TJ Pitts with 85 yards in the first quarter.
And he may get it again here. He will. He's going to get about 3 more inside the 30-yard line to the 29-yard line. Suava made the tackle, and it'll be first down, as all he had to get was a yard, and he got 3. So now he's got 88. I can even add that one up.
Long as he's amazing. He's going to set every North Hall record.
He already has.
Well, he's
just adding to it. Again, Wilsden and Pitts. And they give it to Wilsden straight up the middle. He's to the 25-yard line. He's pulled down there by number 81. That's Travis McClellan.
And one thing that's made TJ better this year is the progress and the growth of Chris Wilsden.
Well, that has forced the defense to think about somebody else.
His breakthrough game came in the Gainesville High game.
He had the game of his life. And we were there to cover it. If I remember right, he had 3 touchdowns that night.
Yes, he did.
Single back is Pitts behind Garcia. Now Garcia is going to give it to Pitts straight up the middle. And he's gone. TJ Pitts. Right up the middle, not touched. Put a couple of moves on. And TJ Pitts with a big run there of 29 or 25 yards. to add to his total, and finally gets a touchdown to add to that total. 10:51 to go in the half, and it's 27-7.
Now make it 113 yards unofficially.
So he gets his first touchdown and goes over 100 yards as well. Danny Mistar is on to try the PAT on the other side of the field.
4 different Trojans scoring touchdowns in the first half.
Everybody is finally set. High snap, but they get it down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. A good job there that time holding by Casey Hall, getting that high snap down. And it's 28-7, 10:51 to go in the half.
Satterfield's is a full-line Browning dealer.
If you would like a copy of today's ball game on videotape, you can contact North Georgia Productions by calling 770-532-6058. 770-532-6058 for a copy of today's ball game.
Mistars kicks a line drive, going to come down and roll inside the 7. Is picked up. And getting out to the 15-yard line is Nick Winters, and he's pulled down there by Casey Hall and also Blake Sosby.
Now let's see what the Warriors can do. They're 1 for 1.
They just haven't had it much. Time of possession is overwhelmingly in North Hall's favor. Again, Locklear lined up in his shotgun. He's back to throw. He just throws a little pass out here to Bishop. Bishop breaks one tackle. He's out over the 20, the 25, the 29-yard line.
Unofficial run.
Casey Hall made that tackle.
I'm trying to figure it real quick in my head. North Hall's had the football for over 11 minutes here in the first half.
That's nearly a quarter, and we haven't even played 2 minutes into the second quarter yet on the clock on the scoreboard. First down and 10, ball just inside the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 14 on that one. Locklear is going to take it and run it straight up the middle. He gets out over the 35, and he's pulled down to the 44-yard line. Number 9 pulling him down is Brian Hill, and he rode him Bronco style for about 5 yards.
But Ron, you see how effective Locklear can be with his agility. He can go either way, left or right. You always have to worry about the pass.
Pick up a 15 on that one. Well, you're so pass conscious with him back there that was just a quarterback draw. That's a call draw. There was no hesitation. He saw the opening and took off. He probably always has that option. He throws it over here complete to Winters, and Winters going to get about 3 or 4 yards out to the 47, 48-yard line.
Number 59, Wake Fickey at 34.
Wake Fickey and Ethan Townsend made that tackle. And they spotted all the way out to the 49-yard line. He got more than I thought he did.
And I haven't seen a team be as effective running the football at the field since the Chestatee game against North Hall, when they put so much yardage on the board.
Let's see how long they keep it up. They don't put a tight end in. It's everybody split out. Handoff to Johnson. He's in trouble in the backfield. Smiley missed him, but Wake Fickey got him about 2 yards behind the line. But Tyler Smiley made him change his direction, so Fickey, he ran right into Wake Fickey when he tried to change his direction. So Smiley gets he doesn't get an official assist, but he gets the coaches know it.
I also mentioned Wade. He's playing there for Bradley Bernard. That's the designated man that he replaces on defense. And not often do you see a center play a linebacker.
Yeah, Wes Oldham, when he got hurt, they had to kind of juggle things around. Here's Locklear, 3rd down and 8. He's back to throw. He looks. He fires it long down the middle. He's got a man out there. Great catch. Number 80. That's Mark Garst. And he went down. He had to stretch so far, but that puts it at the 22, 23-yard line. And a big play for the White County Warriors.
There's the one thing that always concerns me about North Hall is down the middle. They're not, I think they're probably more effective covering the pass out near the sidelines, but down the middle, that's where you can go vertical, as we've already said that.
Yeah, the safeties are getting beaten. He's got a couple of younger guys in there. He's got Brian Hill and Casey Hall back there. Normally, TJ plays the free safety. But so you got some younger guys back there now. Handoff straight up the middle of Bishop from the shotgun. He gets it inside the 20 to about the 29-yard line. Jay Farrell and Ethan Townsend. Brandon Morrow also getting up late too, so he was in there. You never get too many single tackles when you run the ball against North Hall. There's usually 3 or 4 guys get a piece of you.
Bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Warriors.
Also, you know some of those key players going both ways, like Jay Farrell, Wade Fickey.
Ball just inside the 20. 2nd down, and we'll call it 7. And they hit it straight up the middle. That's Johnson. He's inside the 15, inside the 10, down to about the 9. So about a 10-yard run. Brian Hill had to get him there.
Brian Hill, number 34, Ethan Townsend.
Ethan Townsend also in on the stop. 1st and goal.
Ball's at the 9-yard line. That's a pickup of 10 yards exactly. And White County, right now, the punters may get the night off. Locklear in the shotgun again. He takes it. He's going to throw it immediately out here to number 7. That's Winters, Nick Winters, and he gets to about the 5.
You get down Ron 6's. I was going to give him as Johnson. 7 is Winters, and 8 is Elrod.
The problem I had was the way he was turned with that single-digit number. I couldn't see it from our angle.
Here on both sides, the Warriors fans saying go offense, Trojans saying go defense.
And there's a lot of folks here. After falling behind 3 touchdowns, White County didn't put their head down. Now they're going to call a timeout. I don't think they had the right personnel in. 6:10 to go in the first half. It's 28-7 North Hall.
We got more action from the Brickyard at North Hall, the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Are you pregnant? Do you know someone who is? Gainesville Care Center can empower you to make an informed choice. You have the right to look at all your options. You have the freedom to choose. Independence, choices, freedom, power.
Hello, I'm Ann Gainey, Director of Gainesville Care Center. You know, when you make a decision, you have to realize it's going to affect a lot of other people besides you. And I'm sure you want to make a good decision, one you can live with for a lifetime. And you know what? We're here to help you do just that.
Conveniently located in downtown Gainesville, our 24-hour helpline is 770-535-1245, or visit our website at gainesvillecare.org. Gainesville Care Center, changing lives, saving lives, one breath at a time.
Now both teams are coming out there. The official's already marked it ready for play, so he's taking his position back in the offensive backfield. The referee has. 2nd down and goal. Ball just outside the 5-yard line. Locklear in a shotgun. He's got Bishop next to him. He's got 2 receivers to either side. Locklear back. He's going to throw it in the end zone. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, White County. That's Mark Garst, who caught that long one a little earlier. And just like that, it's 28-13, 6:04 and a half.
North Hall is 4 for 4. White County 2 for 2 in the ball game. It's passing and penalties. is killing the Trojans right now. And the fumbles, what a difference that's made for White County.
It's set down. Wooten kicks it up high and it hit the goal post and missed it. It hit the right upright, and so it stays 28-13.
That's what cost the Warriors in last week's game against Johnson, Ron, missing 2 point afters, losing by 1 point. This has been a very entertaining ball game in the last game of the regular season.
It looked like it was going to be a blowout, but White County had other ideas.
It's gone from blowout to a shootout.
Well, they started out like this against West Hall, and then all of a sudden ran into problems of their own with turnovers. And they could not stop West Hall's running game. And West Hall had their best game of the year against White County.
That also kept the Warriors out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's one that one maybe more than any other, just that they just had a bad night all the way around.
They come into this game at 4-5, while the Trojans are 9-0.
But had they beaten Johnson last week, they would have been right in the driver's seat. They would have been tied with Johnson and then had to head-to-head against them. They still would have had to won this game, I think, to get in.
Yep, they would have. They sure would have.
But that's a far cry from where they were last year. Here's Wooten kickoff, long, high kickoff, deep. Fish Harbor at the 5. He's to the 20 and pulled down hard by number 21. Number 21 is Paul McDaniel. He's a 9th grader. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 North Hall. Just under 6 minutes to go, 5:58. And again, we haven't seen a punt. And the way they're going, we won't.
So let's see what Coach Christmas tries. Maybe something a little different here, or does he go for another quick score?
Yeah, North Hall may have to score 59 just to win. There's a handoff straight up the middle. No, he fakes it. And he gives it to Pitts on the screen pass, and he gets the first down out over the 36. He was hit hard out of bounds. The North Hall crowd wanted a penalty. Preston Johnson was the guy who shoved him out over there. That was a good fake to Wilsden. Had me convinced that Wilsden had it. The North Hall crowd booing, wanting a penalty. But the Trojans get a first down. They say he stepped out at the 36-yard line, so he got 13 on the screen.
That's the emotion of this ball game.
That was a good fake. It lost me. I thought Wilsden had it.
You saw it on TV, an outstanding fake. Rarely does Ron Poole ever get faked out.
Especially watching it through binoculars. There's a pitch back to Pitts. Pitts is going to come out over the 35, the 40, cuts it back in, 50, 45, 40. He cuts it back again. He's still on his feet. And they finally catch him at the 25-yard line. Number 32 finally caught him. That's James Joes, the defense. He actually lines up as a defensive end. That goes from the 36-yard line all the way to the other 26, so 14 and 24. 38 yards. So
he's over 150.
He's still racking it up. I'm sure he's over 1,500 for the year by now.
Oh, he is.
Next time we get a break, I'll look at the stats that they gave me before the game. Here's Garcia to throw it toward the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown, Joe Gardner. Well defended by White County.
And that's TDs for Joe Gardner.
Rashad Norman was there playing good defense. It was just good hands by Gardner, and it's 34-13. 5:14 to go.
Didn't take him long at all.
Well, at this point, North Hall will be glad to trade touchdowns with them.
That was 4 plays.
4 plays, 77 yards. Danny Mistars to try the PAT when the gate closes.
Mark Wilson's got to be shaking his head.
There's the snap. They get it up, and a little wobbly kick this time, but he missed it. It's off to the right. So now they've traded missed extra points. It remains 34-13, 5:14 to go in the quarter.
And we'll take time out. As you heard the score, 34-13 Trojans. Back with more on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
At Jackson EMC, we believe in helping area young people prepare for their role in life. We're partners in education with schools in our districts. We sponsor competitions that help young people develop leadership skills and a competitive spirit, offer mentors to students who need support, youth apprenticeships for those who want work experience, and scholarships that help tomorrow's workers and teachers, parents and doctors get the education they need. Jackson EMC is taking a leadership role today so that they can take one tomorrow.
Friday nights in North Georgia mean high school football. Fans gathering before the game for tailgate parties, after the game celebrating with victory parties. And that party wouldn't be complete without McEver hot dogs. McEver hot dogs cook up great, no matter how you cook them, on the stove or in the grill, even in the microwave. Always plump and juicy. McEver hot dogs are available at your favorite grocer today, so stop by and pick up a pack or two. McEver hot dogs, a North Georgia tradition for over 70 years.
There's TJ Pitts on the sidelines there. He's had a busy night already. Only one touchdown, but he got over 150 yards. Mistars to kick it off. Kicks it a long line drive kick. Going to get back. Bishop takes it at the 1. He's out to the 10, 15, 20. He's got some speed out over to the 30 and finally pulled down to the 34-yard line. Number 6 for North Hall. That's Chris Wilsden, the fullback, playing special teams. Had to pull him down.
Bishop is a senior on this White County team.
Well, he showed some good speed that time.
Yeah, he has really picked it up the older he has gotten.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed with this White County team. They're good on offense. Now, their defense has been shredded, but so is everybody else by North Hall. And Locklear has to call a time. That's their third and final timeout. They're having to burn already. 5:06 to go in the half, and it's 34-13.
The sports medicine specialists at Specialty Clinics of Georgia have been caring for local athletes for over 22 years. Each member of our team is fellowship trained in sports medicine or has sports medicine experience. Our sports injury clinic is open Saturdays from 9 until 10 a.m. during the football season. No appointment is necessary. For any serious injuries on Friday night, our emergency team is on hand. We're available for adults, students, and weekend warriors. Specialty Clinics of Georgia, helping injured athletes get back into the game.
White County with it on their own 34-yard line. Locklear gives it to Bishop, who a fumble. They were trying to reverse, and White County covered it up. Number 40, Derek Vandiver, who was lining up as a wide receiver. That was reverse coming this side. They had everybody out there, and they lost 5 yards on it. I think he was looking to see where he needed to run because they had North Hall went with the first fake, and he had nothing but his interference in front of him, and he dropped the ball.
But remind you of dropping a baton in the relay.
Exactly what it's like. You got to pick it up. Running without it doesn't do you any good. Here's Locklear throwing out here to Bishop, 30, 35. He breaks a tackle, gets out over the 40 to the 42-yard line. He's finally pulled down by, that's number 58, who finally got him down. 58 that's Wes Oldham. I didn't think he was going to play.
I didn't think so either in his senior night game.
He's been hurt. He's
missed I think the Gainesville game's when he got hurt, Ron.
Yeah, and he hadn't played much. He's got his hand wrapped. He got both hands wrapped. I'm trying to remember what his injury was. Didn't he break a bone?
I think he may have.
Locklear gives it to Bishop straight up the middle. He's out over midfield. He's out over the 40 to the 34-yard line. Finally pulled down there by Casey Hall.
Tyrone Bishop is really showing some speed in this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, they got some speed. White County's another team you don't think of when you think of speed.
Well, forgive me, but a few years ago you think about North Hall having speed. Now you got three backs with 4-3-4-4 speed.
This used to be 3 yards in the cloud of dust game. But tonight is speed to burn. Everybody's got speed now. You got to have speed to be successful anymore in football. You can't do it without it. Locklear takes it, fakes it. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked back there, and there's a flag down. Number 74 pulls him down back there. That's Jason Kukler. But we'll see what the flag may be a hold against personal foul, a 5-yard.
That's 15, Ron.
Yeah, well, he held up 5. I thought he was going to call a 5-yard face mask is what I thought he was going to call.
That's the first penalty against White County.
So that's going to go from the end of the play all the way back near midfield. Back to the 49 of North Hall. It's still first down, but they got to get all the way to the North Hall 24. It's first down and 25. When he held up 5 fingers, I thought he was going to call a 5-yard face mask. But when he threw the flag, I thought it was going to be a hold.
3 minutes of play in the first half.
Normally a personal foul when there's like that is you club somebody in the head. I did not see exactly what did happen. Locklear got to air it out long now. He's back to throw. He throws it out short, and it's complete to Johnson. Johnson is held on to there by Hill, and that'll pick up down to the 43-yard line. Number 8, Tyler Rogers, was the guy who made the tackle.
We're calling everybody on defense is helping out for the Trojans.
I thought it was number 9, but when he got up, it was number 8. His second down, they picked up 8 yards down inside the 43. Or excuse me, 6 yards inside the 43-yard line. Locklear again back in the shotgun. He's not been under center all night. Back to throw. There's a flag down, and it's dropped. Number 40 was the intended receiver. That's Derek Vandiver, and the ball was just a little bit behind him, but there's a flag down in the backfield. And the officials are talking to each other. Now they're talking to North Hall. I think they may have been a motion penalty on that, Mike, because he threw it quickly. And now we'll get the signal. Illegal substitution against White County. That'll just be refused. They'll take the incompletion and make it 3rd down and long. So what happened, either didn't get a guy off the field in time or they had too many people in the huddle.
North Hall wants to hit the ball back. That's why they declined it. 3rd down, 17.
1:55 to go in the half. North Hall scored 3 touchdowns so fast it made your head swim. But since then, it's been a shootout. Locklear back, 3rd down and long, and whistles blow. And I think White County may have been guilty this time of a false start.
That's 3 straight penalties.
One of those
declined.
Yeah, one of those were declined. False start against the offense. And that'll bring it back 5 more out near the 48-yard line. So now you got 3rd down and 23, 24 yards to go.
Make it 22.
Well, they got the ball at the 47 and a half, and they got to go all the way to the 24. That's more than 22. That's what they've got on the board, but it's more than 22. In fact, it's close to 24. Locklear back. They're bringing the kitchen sink. He throws it down the middle, complete, and a flag down on the far side of the field. Casey Hall made the tackle. Number 80, the tight end, or he's lined up as a split end, Mark Garst, who made that touchdown catch a little bit ago. Let's see what the flag is. The flag's on the far side of the field. It may have been holding an eligible receiver.
Well, it could be a pass interference.
Well, I was going to say, you're holding it. Well, the flag was away from where the ball was thrown.
But still, it's a receiver downfield.
And it's what it is, holding an eligible receiver against North Hall. So what that does, that gives them, it'll be a 10-yard penalty, and they get the down over. It's not like college and the pros where you get automatic first out of it.
See, I was thinking it'd be the same thing as pass interference.
No, it's just 10 yards and it's still 3rd down. They just move it 10 yards from the previous spot.
So I think about 13 yards for a 1st down.
So that moves it inside the 40 down to the 37 and a half, roughly.
Clock stopped at 1:48. North Hall 34, White County 13. And you hear David Dyer, the PA announcer, saying, "Gotta make some noise now." And they crank it up a notch here at the Rickyard.
There's enough people here. All you got to do is breathe to make enough noise to be heard. There's a lot of folks here. And again, one of the White County players lunged into the neutral zone. They made enough noise they couldn't hear their count.
That's the big thing. It could be the 12th man for the Trojan fans on the near side of the field, disrupting the calls by Locklear.
And now it's going to be 3rd and 8. We've had third downs for 3 minutes, hadn't we? In this same series of downs.
Let me hear you. Keep it loud here at the Brickyard. Let's go.
And they start the clock. We're down under 1.5 minutes to go. And you know White County will go for it if they don't make it. They just about have no choice. They're 3 touchdowns behind. Snap. And Locklear just going to take it and run it. He's to the 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet and falls at the 26-yard line. So he's close. He's only got about 2 or 3 yards left. Somebody tripped him up. I think it was Whitmire. I'm not sure who got the trip. It's 4th down, about 3. Well,
Great effort by Locklear.
That was a call play, and there's no timeouts left, so they got to call the play quickly. And they got to go for it. It's 42 seconds and counting. Locklear, he can't down it. It's 4th down. He's an empty set. He's back there by himself. He's looking, and he's going to take it and run, and he goes down. Wake Pickey, as he tried to make a cut, Wake Pickey knocked him down back at the 31-yard line, and North Hall takes it over.
I'll tell you what, you put TJ in the backfield, you say go for it. They've got time for 2 plays with timeouts.
And North Hall has all of theirs. I don't think they burned one.
No, they haven't.
Well, White County really needed a timeout right there to really set up what they wanted to do. They were in a panic. Locklear just tried to take it himself. Garcia with Wilsden and Pitts behind him. He's just going to take it and fake it. He's going to go long. He airs it out. He's got a man out there and broken up. Pass was a little bit short, intended for Whitmire. Broken up by number 5. That's Mason Suava. 22 seconds to go.
The first incomplete pass of the ball game.
If he puts a little more air under that, that's 6. Because Whitmire had him beat. He had to slow down and wait on the ball, and that gave Suava a chance to catch up.
So Chris was going for a school record points in the first half.
Well, let's see, 42 against, now North Hall is going to burn a timeout. 42 that they had against Gilmer, I guess, is the school record.
Yep.
22.5 seconds to go in the half. North Hall burns their first timeout.
Hi folks, I'm Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, where you get a better deal on a better car, and here's proof. According to American Honda's own report, our prices here at Milton Martin Honda are from $200 to $1,000 lower than the district average. Our customers rated their sales satisfaction well above the Atlanta district, the Southeast zone, and even the nation. Now let's see, above average buying experience, below average price. In other words, you can get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville. You got that right.
22.5 seconds to go. Pitts the lone setback behind Garcia. You got 3 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Garcia's going to give the draw to TJ, and he's going to get about 2 yards, and that's it. Oh, he broke loose, and he's going to be pulled out. Now he breaks loose again. My goodness. They finally get him down at the 31-yard line, and that'll do it 7 seconds unless North Hall stops it again. Finally, and North Hall does stop it again. Finally, Preston Johnson got him down. I've never seen so much tackle break. They had him dead to right, and he just somehow or another squirted out to the right, and next thing you know, they're chasing him again.
But North Hall wants more.
I thought they would just pack it in. 3.2 seconds to go. I tell you, this guy's something else.
Well, here North Hall can practice maybe what they might do in this situation, maybe trailing in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a different world when you get to the play. Of course, North Hall's been there a couple of years, so they understand it now. When they were in awe of everything when we made that trip to Cedartown.
That was in 2002, last year here at home against Carrollton.
In that game, Carrollton just had a little bit too much speed. Empty set behind Garcia. He gives it to Whitmire, who goes in motion. He's out with 35-40, 45-50, 45-40. He may go. He cuts it back in. They finally get him at the 26. That'll be the half. Preston Johnson had to make that tackle, but he went from the 31 all the way to the White County 26. Hang on, folks. We've had some offense tonight. We've reached halftime. It's 34-13. North Hall on top.
And on television, let's go down the sidelines with Gina Gailey as she talks to North Hall football coach Bob Christmas.
Coach, White County seems to be moving the ball pretty well. What kind of adjustments are you going to make defensively?
Well, we're going to go in and talk about it. I'll tell you, they got us a little frustrated right now defensively. We get in man coverage, and they throw it deep on us and pick on our linebackers. And so I think we're going to have to go out and play base in the second half, play zone coverages.
How about the team's penalties? Are you concerned about those at all?
Yeah, I am. I really am. And we'll look at it on film, and the kids will be accountable for it.
All right, good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Mike and Ron.
Here's a question. If you needed your insurance, who would you call? Not the name of the company, but the name of the person. You've got 2 seconds. Coming up blank, you may want to consider Allstate. You'd have a local agent you can count on, a licensed professional whose name you know, not just a number. You deserve a relationship with a real person.
There is a new tradition in home building, a new focus, a new way of thinking about how today's custom homes are designed and built. Whitmire Homes offers the most complete and hassle-free design and building process in the industry. Their customers are guided from the beginning and are given a guaranteed to-the-penny contract price based on their needs and wants. Tim and Paige Whitmire know that a solid foundation is essential to building homes and athletes. Tim and Paige are Hall County natives and are proud to support this program and all of Hall County's athletes as they build solid foundations for the future. Whitmire Homes, hands-on builders since 1978. www.whitmirehomes.com at 770-534-8342.
Welcome back to the Hall County Sports Game of the Week studios. 4 years ago, North Hall snapped a 29-game losing streak on the final game of the season against Madison County. This week against White County in the final game of the season, they're trying for a perfect 10-0 record. Let's take a look at the Gainesville Times halftime stats for the first half. First down, the two teams are even at 9 apiece. Rushing, though, is where North Hall has a big advantage. They've carried the ball 19 times for 229 yards versus White County's 13 times for 91 yards. Passing yards, only 2 yards separate the two teams. The Trojans have 114, the Warriors with 112. Total yards is where North Hall has a big advantage, 343 to White County's 203. Senior night at the Brickyard, that's the host of Hall County Sports, Tom Smiley, along with his wife and his son, Tyler. First quarter, first drive for the Trojans. Brandon Garcia play action pass to Joe Gardner. North Hall up early 7-0. White County fumbled the kickoff. North Hall has the ball again. Chris Wilsden scores. North Hall's up 14-0, and the game is only 1 minute old. They just keep pouring it on. Garcia connects to Bo Whitmire, and it's 21-0 North Hall. Move to the second. Hey, we haven't heard anything from P.J. Pitts. Here he is. A quick 45 yards. He runs that pretty fast. North Hall leads 28-7 at that point. White County would score before half. Ryan Locklear throwing into your living room. Mark Garst, dive and grab. Extra point no good. 28-13 North Hall. Not a biggie though. Next play, another play action strike for Joe Gardner. 34-13 and North Hall at the half. Let's take a look at some of the other games around Gainesville and Hall County this week. Gainesville scored 35 first quarter points, and Adrian Garst rushed for 130 yards as the Red Elephants won big over West Hall 55-0. Flowery Branch won on their senior night at Falcon Field. Freshman QB Jabo Shaw ran for 167 yards as Flowery Branch defeated Gilmer County 49-36. Chestatee went up to Blue Ridge and fell to Fannin County 34-14. In 8AA action, East Hall lost at home to Greater Atlanta Christian 48-21. East Hall season ends with a 5-5 record. Well, let's head on back out to the Brickyard for the second half of North Hall hosting White County. Once again, here's Ron Poole, Gina Gailey, and Mike Wofford.